to give help and hope and to love people. Well, that's the mission of the Free Burma Rangers. This faith-based group has more than 20 years' experience in global conflict zones. Recently, a team went to Ukraine to bring relief to those on the front lines. CBN correspondent Chuck Holton joined them on a night mission.
The Free Burma Rangers focus in their native Myanmar, where founder Dave Eubank started the group in the 1990s.
Our mission is to give help, hope, and love to people under attack, where we're invited. And we serve in the humanitarian gap between the people at the very front line, whether they're soldiers or civilians, and then the aid organizations and refugee camps that out of necessity have to be back somewhere where they're not getting shot at and shelled so they can take care of people. And so we are in that gap as we're invited, as we feel God lead us, to stand with people, to treat people medically, to help rescue them if necessary, to just be with them, to pray for them, to coordinate food and relief. And that's our role.
And with the war dragging on in Ukraine, Eubank felt compelled to bring his team here after multiple invitations.
This war is extremely different from what we're used to. You have super high-tech war with drones, missiles being launched in all different directions. The lines have stabilized, not the face-to-face fighting. It's not the jungle war. It's not the desert war.
On the front lines, the team consulted with military, police, and civilians to identify urgent needs.
So there is no safe zones from this point on. We cannot guarantee you safety.
I think the most important thing is coming in and not pushing whatever our own agenda is. Whatever we had in mind is to ask the Ukrainians, what is it that we can do to help you the most?
As always, medical training is in high demand.
I've created more direct pressure over.
So they value anything and everything you can bring to the table. These guys are super hyper focused on the war, winning as fast as possible, and saving as many lives as possible because they have lost so many guys.
This is the last night we have in the Donbass, and we just got an opportunity to go on a mission with a recon team from the Ukrainian Foreign Legion. It's a bunch of American guys. The problem for me is that I can't film it because, number one, there's no illumination tonight, no light at all. And number two, if I could film it, I couldn't show it because of the operational security concerns of telling bad people things that they don't need to know. So I'm going to have to probably fill this in with some footage from other missions here in Ukraine, but you'll get the idea, and I'm going to get a chance to interview the squad leader for this team and see what he has to say about tonight's mission.
So we went to help them any way we could. For me, mostly, it was, one, emotional. We love you guys. We care about you. You're doing the right thing. And more importantly, spiritual. Ask Jesus to help you. But you can't just say that from a distance. You have to go with people. And then finally, it was physical. Do you have any medics? No, we don't have any medics for this operation. Do you have an ambulance? No, we don't have an ambulance. Well, we can help.
As the team approached their objective, Russian shelling forced them back. Fortunately, when the team made it out, no one required treatment.
We set up the ambulance, got it positioned, got it ready, and then shortly thereafter, we started seeing grad rockets, cruise missiles. The night just lit up with fireworks and lights from the bombs. And what had happened was that unit, the Americans that we were supporting, got shelled on the way into their infill. And so thank God we were there.
Almost everybody here has been here since the beginning of the invasion, or within a few weeks from there. And then most guys fought in Iraq or Afghanistan, Syria, various places around the world. So they've a lot of experience.
So I guess that begs the question, why are you doing this?
For me, it's the most morally justifiable war I've ever fought in. I can't speak for everybody else, but for me, it is. My country has a treaty with Ukraine, and we're doing some things for them. I think we should be doing more, and as a free private citizen, I can make the decision to come here and do that for myself. So,
what is it that keeps you here and keeps you doing this?
I've grown to love Ukraine, and I've seen the effort to free their country is justified, and it's the right thing to do. They've been very gracious.
Despite the short trip, the Rangers both provided help and experienced the Ukrainian resilience firsthand.
We saw, we felt, from whether it was the rounds going over us or the missiles that came in last night at this town, or the destruction, or the absolute amazing vitality and resilience of the people fixing everything. I thought, oh, I love these people. I want to pray for them and speak for them.
But I asked God, to fill you with his peace
Щоб він наповнив вас його миром.
that pushes out the fear.
If we don't make a point to stand against Russia, we're just going to face them and they're going to be stronger. Somebody has to stop Russia. It might as well be here and now.
In eastern Ukraine, I'm Chuck Holton for CBN News.
Well, there's a first-hand report from the fighting, but it's amazing what Christians can do when we say, "Okay, God, can you use me? Can I be of help? Can I be of service?" And then the first thing this wonderful team does is they go there and they ask them, "How can we help you? What do you need help in?" And when you hear that response and say, "Well, yeah, we can come into that." We may not all be able to go, but we certainly can all send, and more importantly, we can all pray. And let us pray today for peace in Ukraine. May the Russian people awaken to what they have done and say, no, we need to stop doing this. We need to pull back. We don't need to continue this horrible war. Let us all agree in prayer